Introduction of Trump, The Art of the Deal Book Summary. Ever wonder how a big risk turns into a huge win? In this book summary, you'll learn the secrets behind a famous dealmaker's unique style. We reveal simple steps for turning challenges into real business opportunities and how to manage risks like a pro. You'll find out how to spot hidden chances in any situation, negotiate smart deals, and use a strong personal brand to control outcomes. This summary breaks down clear strategies for stepping up your game in business and life, showing you how persistence and smart planning can turn daring ideas into success. Get ready to see how bold moves and clear tactics can change your approach to challenges. Listen till the end of the book summary. This video, including its audio and script, is protected by copyright. Unauthorized reproduction, distribution, or piracy is strictly prohibited and may result in legal action. Welcome to Biography and Memoir English Book Summary, Episode 4. In this episode, we'll explore 1987 published book Trump, written by Donald J. Trump, Tony Schwartz. The full title of the book is Trump, The Art of the Deal, The Art of the Deal. Diba Asadi. Chapter 1 of Trump, The Art of the Deal Book Summary. Early moves. Donald Trump's early years in business were full of energy and bold decisions. He started his day at 6 in the morning with a sense of purpose. He would read the newspapers and plan his next move. His work life was not like most people's, full of unexpected twists. Instead of sticking to a strict schedule, he preferred to be free and flexible. Every day brought a new chance to make deals. For Trump, making deals was exciting and full of life. One time, a widow named Annabelle Hill in Georgia was about to lose her family farm. Her husband had taken his own life, leaving a void. Trump heard about her hard time and jumped into action. He called the bank and threatened legal action. He even said that the bank was partly to blame for her loss. The bank gave in quickly. Trump then raised $40,000 to cover her debts. He even promised to pay any extra amount if needed, showing his resolve. This quick decision revealed just how ready he was to solve problems. Trump handled many tasks at once. He made 50 to 100 phone calls a day, each one crucial. He would have meetings whenever needed without hesitation. He managed projects like Trump Tower and the renovation of Central Park's Woolman Rink. He also made smart investments in Holiday Inns, always thinking ahead. His style was not planned far ahead, but embraced the moment. Instead, he took each chance as it came with confidence. When negotiating deals, Trump kept his options open, always flexible. For example, he was careful with his investment in Holiday Inn hotels, balancing risk and reward. He could control the company, sell shares, or let the company buy them back, always staying in charge. His way of working was quick and adaptable. Trump's story shows how a flexible and bold approach can open doors. Stick around as we dive deeper into his unique way of making deals. Chapter 2 of Trump, The Art of the Deal Book Summary. Building Big Dreams. Donald Trump's early journey in Manhattan real estate is both daring and clever. In the 1970s, he began making a name for himself with bold moves. One of his first big steps was buying an option to purchase the Penn Central rail yards. His plan was to build middle-income housing with government money. But then, the city's money troubles stopped the plan. Instead of giving up, he changed his idea. He began to promote the rail yard as the future site for a convention center. His persistence paid off. The city later built its convention center there. This change in plan shows how Trump was ready to adapt and seize new chances. Trump is known for protecting the downside in every deal. Many people see him as a risk taker, yet he always prepares for the worst. This careful planning helps him avoid big losses. He never puts all his hopes into one idea. When one plan fails, he quickly moves to the next. This approach was clear in his early days when he took chances with the rail yards project. Another part of his strategy is to know the market well. Trump believed in getting ideas straight from people. He preferred talking to local residents and even cab drivers rather than spending big money on fancy research. This way, he learned what people really thought and needed. His ability to think big while staying alert to risks made his early real estate deals stand out. By staying flexible and listening to everyday voices, he managed to turn challenges into opportunities. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into how this smart and adaptable way of working helped shape Trump's success in real estate and deal making. Chapter 3 of Trump, The Art of the Deal Book Summary, Hotel Makeover. Imagine turning a tired old building into a bright modern landmark. This is the story of how Donald Trump transformed the Commodore Hotel. At first glance, the hotel looked like a lost cause. It sat next to Grand Central Station in a part of New York City that was struggling. Most people saw decay and decline, but Trump saw potential. Trump quickly secured an option on the Commodore. This gave him time to plan without risking too much money. He dreamed of a complete makeover. His idea was to renovate the gloomy building and cover it with a sleek glass front. This would give the hotel a fresh, modern look. To make his vision real, he teamed up with architect Dare Scott. He also partnered with Hyatt Hotels, who wanted a flagship location in New York. The journey was not easy. Finding financing was a big challenge, especially when New York's economy was weak. Trump, along with real estate broker Henry Pierce, presented a bold plan to the banks. They argued that the project would create jobs and save a declining neighborhood. Still, banks were unsure. The breakthrough came when Trump negotiated a 40-year tax abatement with the city. This tax break convinced the banks to support the project. Even after the deal was done, critics and city officials questioned the fairness of the terms. Trump stood his ground. He insisted that his terms were necessary to make the project work. The result was a stunning transformation. The Commodore became the Grand Hyatt, opening in 1980 to immediate success. The new reflective glass design, once doubted, soon earned admiration for its beauty and impact on the area. Stay tuned as we explore more on how smart planning and bold ideas can change the face of a city. Chapter 4 of Trump, The Art of the Deal Book Summary, Building Dreams. In the early 1970s, a young Donald Trump saw a chance to turn a neglected site into a New York icon. He set his sights on the Bonwit Teller Building at 57th Street and 5th Avenue. Many thought the location was already past its prime, but Trump saw opportunity where others saw trouble. At first, his ideas were ignored. He approached Franklin Jarman, head of Genesco, which owned the building. Jarman quickly dismissed him, yet Trump did not give up. He kept in touch over the years. When financial problems forced Genesco to sell assets, Trump jumped at the chance. His persistence opened the door for him to secure the property. Once he had the site, Trump moved quickly. He formed a partnership with Equitable Life Assurance, which owned the land under Bonwit Teller. This move gave him full control. Next, he negotiated with Tiffany & Company for their air rights. Convincing Tiffany's owner, Walter Hoving, was a major step. Hoving trusted Trump enough to agree on a handshake deal, showing that strong personal relationships can close big deals. Trump also had to overcome zoning issues and secure financing. He worked closely with city planners, pushing for variances that allowed the new building to be larger and more visible. His efforts paid off when top retailers and buyers lined up for space. Despite early skepticism from city officials and controversy over removing Art Deco sculptures, Trump's vision for Trump Tower moved forward. This project shows the power of persistence and adaptability. Trump turned a once overlooked site into one of New York's most famous landmarks. His journey with Trump Tower is a lesson in seizing opportunities and building dreams from the ground up. Stay with us as we explore more lessons from his bold moves in real estate. Chapter 5 of Trump, The Art of the Deal Book Summary, Atlantic City Gamble. Donald Trump saw opportunity where others saw risk. In 1975, a news report about a strike in Las Vegas changed his view of casinos. He learned that even a few casinos could drive big profits. At that time, Hilton Hotels owned many properties, yet only 2 of their Las Vegas casinos made 40% of their profits. This made Trump curious about the casino industry, and he looked to Atlantic City when gambling was about to be legalized there. After the referendum passed in 1976, property values soared. Trump did not rush in. He waited patiently for the right moment. By 1980, a key piece of boardwalk property became available. The site was near the convention center, and it came with problems like legal disputes and many small owners. But Trump saw these as challenges to overcome. He negotiated long leases and bought the remaining parcels. Soon the entire site was his. Licensing for a casino in Atlantic City was not easy. Many companies like Playboy and Caesars struggled with tough rules. Trump chose a different path. He waited to start building until he had his license. This move kept him safe from regulatory issues. In just 6 months, he secured the license he needed. Then Michael Rose, the chairman of Holiday Inn, came forward with a proposal. Holiday Inn had experience in gaming, and Trump's record of finishing projects on time and under budget made them a good partner. They split the profits evenly, with Holiday Inn managing the casino. Trump kept construction costs low through careful planning. The casino opened in May 1984 to great applause. Even though there were later disagreements with Holiday Inn, Trump bought them out in 1986. He then refinanced the project with public bonds, taking full control. This Atlantic City project shows how Trump managed risks, made smart partnerships, and knew when to act. Stay tuned to learn more about his winning approach in the casino world. Chapter 6 of Trump, The Art of the Deal Book Summary, Ice Rink Revival. Imagine a frozen rink falling apart while the city wastes time and money. That was the case with Wollman Rink. New York City had spent years and millions on failed fixes. Donald Trump read about it in the New York Times and felt frustrated. He saw how well he managed Trump Tower in record time. He decided to step in and offer his help. Trump wrote to Mayor Ed Koch offering to personally finance and rebuild the rink at no cost to the city. At first, Koch dismissed Trump's offer. He said the city did not need extra money and legal rules got in the way. But Trump's offer got a lot of media attention. Soon, Koch changed his mind, handing over control of the Wollman Rink project to Trump. Trump's plan was simple. He wanted to finish the work quickly, efficiently, and correctly. He hired experts from Simcoe, a Canadian company known for building ice rinks. He also switched from a faulty Freon system to a reliable brine system. Trump visited the site every day, making sure that contractors stuck to deadlines and costs. Before Trump took charge, the city had made many mistakes. They had installed pipes on a sloped base and used weak concrete. These errors delayed the work. Trump's team fixed all these problems. They completed the project in just 4 months, with the work coming in under the $3 million budget. The original plan had predicted 2 years of delays. The rink opened in November 1986 with a grand celebration featuring top figure skaters. In its first season, the rink made $1.2 million in revenue. All profits went to charity and the parks department. This project showed that strong leadership and hands-on management can beat bureaucratic delays. It proved that with the right team and clear vision, even a failing project can turn into a success. Conclusion of Trump, The Art of the Deal Book Summary. Thank you for watching this book summary of Trump. The Art of the Deal by Donald J. Trump and Tony Schwartz. Today you learned that success comes from being persistent, flexible, and taking a hands-on approach to leadership. Whether you're dealing with tough negotiations, fixing projects that are not going well, or working through tricky rules, knowing how to spot chances and act quickly can make a big difference. Trump's story shows us that staying flexible in your plans and protecting yourself from risks is very important. It also reminds us that building strong relationships can help you reach long-term goals. With the right mindset, every challenge can become a chance to grow and win. We hope this summary has given you useful ideas on how to be a strong leader in business and in life. If you enjoyed this book summary, please take a moment to leave us a rating. Your feedback means a lot and helps us make more helpful content. Thanks again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in our next book summary. Listen the other book summary. Disclaimer, please check the description. Any digital copy of this content that is shared through piracy or downloaded without permission or uploaded on any online social media platform will be considered a clear violation of copyright law. Piracy is a serious offense and strict legal action will be taken against it. Additionally, copyright infringement may result in a strike against your YouTube channel or page, and it could even be deleted. Therefore, please do not engage in piracy or support it. This content has been created based on the references from the mentioned book. However, it may contain some unintentional errors or inconsistencies due to human or mechanical mistakes. If you notice any mistakes or inconsistencies, please accept our apologies and inform us through a comment or message. If you enjoy this book summary and wish to gain complete knowledge of the book, then please consider purchasing the book from an online or offline bookstore and reading it. Thank you.